I wanted to do something different today. Um, Rather than our normal meditation, I wanted to, because this morning I went out on a walk, and I was so um, amazed again about the elements, our four elements and the elementals and the directors of these elements, and also how it relates to our physical body. And so I actually wrote a small ebook about why you must love your body and what your body tells you. And so I want to quote a little bit from here, and that I would like for you to maybe still close your eyes and go within, or imagine it, or gaze, and just listen and see what it does to you, how this relates, what you're feeling about all of this is. Because whenever you wake up from sleep, your body, your cells kind of switch from unconscious to automatic, and your waking state of subconscious and conscious awareness are right there. And sometimes we need to dial that back a little bit to be more engaged in the the subconscious, but also the superconscious, which is really our internal wisdom, our soul, our inner knowing. Um, and I believe today, as the energies change and as the frequencies rise, our physical body has a hard time, or is sometimes challenged to adjust to the rising frequencies. And I believe that being aware of what our bodies are actually made of, and the elements, and how incredible they are, and how much they can assist us in regulating and uplifting and renewing and regenerating these parts in our body that our physical body is made of. And the four elements are, of course, part of our physical body. So I wrote something, and let me see where it starts with the elements, how to understand the language of your body. So just come into this state of watching, sensing, being with what is going on in your body, visualizing, and just surrendering to these elements and what you hear, and see what comes up. Notice without judgment, without anything. Just bring your loving attention to your body. And maybe we start by just bringing that attention to your body and feeling our connection to Gaia, to Mother Earth, by planting your feet onto the ground and feel the energy that comes up through the soles of your feet, and how it rises, of course, energizing all of your energy centers within your body, your chakras, but then also moves up and out and connects you with your soul star, which is really your connection to source, to all that is. So you are actually the bridge. You are the communicator, the communication between heaven and earth. And it happens within your body, and within all of the different layers of your body. So your emotional body, your mental body, your astral body, your subtle bodies, your spiritual body. Your body is so much more than just the three-dimensional flesh, but there is this radiance that is in constant movement, and your body gives you clues all the time. So the more attentive we can be, or the more we can just listen internally to try to understand what our bodies are trying to communicate with us. So, because your cells believe everything you think, everything you feel, no matter if a thought is imagined or real, if it is from a past experience or an imagined future event, everything you think, your body believes it's real and it responds to it in real time. It acts upon it instantaneously. For example, if you believe you bite into a very sour lime and it just squirts through your mouth and it, maybe even makes you shiver because it's so sour, you may produce extra saliva, not because it actually happens, but because you imagined it, and the imagination is very vivid. So your body believes everything you say and feel and imagine. So you experience all this, and it shows how your thought can create a reality. And that can be negative or that can be very positive. So it can be a blessing. The moment you think about something, your body regenerates that thought into chemistry, and it stimulates certain centers in your body, your glands, for example. And so your body is always fully aware and alert to whatever is going on. Okay, so I would like to come to what your body is made of, and it is deeply rooted within the 4 elements of Gaia, of our planet. And of course, these elements are earth, water, air, and fire. So our bodies are made of and were actually born from those elements. And why is this important to know? And how can that knowledge help us? Let us discover each of these elements and how they relate to each other, which is important, but also what part of our bodies are made of what. So first of all, the earth element. Not the entire planet Earth, but her ground, the soil, the nutrients she provides. The flesh of our body is made of the earth element. For example, our bones, cartilage, the hair, our nails, our teeth are made of the minerals the earth element provides. From the very beginning of our life, it starts in the womb. So we actually get it from what our mothers has, of course, provides for that, because her body is made of the same elements. So all through your life, up to the last moment, your connection to the earth element is a vital part of your existence. So take a moment to reflect on your deep bond with the earth element. Maybe with a new awareness and a new sense of awe or gratitude. So for a moment, just feel it. Feel in your mind's eye the incredible flexibility, but also sturdiness and incredible design of your entire skeletal structure. Your bones, the cartilage, the minerals in there, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium. And just give thanks to how amazing this all came about. And the flesh. And let us now get into the water element. We know that the largest mass on our planet is water. Actually, it should be called water planet rather than Earth, but it is water. Even before anything existed on land, life already evolved and multiplied in the oceans, the ancient ocean. And when you walk through ocean or along the beach and your feet are in ocean water, become aware of the incredible age of that ocean, because it is billions and billions of years old. It didn't just start. It just recycled. It started billions and billions of years ago. And so it's such an incredible experience to connect your feet or your body with something that is that ancient, as is our earth. The ocean was actually also our original environment. That's where we came from. Therefore, the water element is still predominant in our body. From the fluids within and around our cells, to the lymph fluids, to the blood, to our cardiovascular system, how it surges through the body and supplies the oxygen that comes from the next element, the air that we are going into, but also this whole plumbing system that we have, our tears, the urine, the teardrops, and all are part of and deeply connected with the water element. And the wisdom of your body knows how to perfectly regulate and keep the perfect balance within the different fluids within your body system. And we often forget that especially the brain needs to be properly hydrated. Why? Because the billions of electric pulses your nervous system receives every second could not carry out the countless commands from your brain without the water. We are usually unaware of this because it happens at warp speed within the cellular system of the whole body system. What is also interesting is that all the water on the planet, including the water that circulates within your body, has been there since the birth of our planet. Just think about that for a moment. The water you use from the ocean, from the rivers, from the lakes, whatever comes through the faucets or wherever you step into, any body of water is billions of years old. It goes up into the clouds and it is released back down. Nothing ever gets lost. And it is the water that circulates within your body right now. So reflect on this for a moment with awe and with gratitude. Maybe you want to visualize your blood, your lymph fluid, your cellular fluid, your urine, your tears, your saliva, your perspiration, all are deeply connected to the water element and are very similar to the consistency of the ocean water. Take a deep breath in and just feel such gratitude and awe for the gift of the water element on our planet and right within your body. So before we go to the air element, let us go into the fire element. We are not speaking about the fire when you strike a match, of course, but the fire that nature creates with electricity, with lightning flashes from the sky. And of course, our incredible sun, the whole solar system. What I want you to visualize and connect with is the radiance and the warmth from the sun, and the warmth you feel right now within your body. And that it is always within a very narrow range. Yes, we can get cold and we can get too hot, but we can never get icy cold or fiery hot. It is within a beautiful range that the body knows how to regulate, and it receives it from the fire element. Warmth is generated through friction. Our sun is an enormous gas and fireball. It's a star. You feel the heat of the sun when the photons within the sun ray hit Earth's dense atmosphere, and they create that warmth, that heat. Without the fire element, the light and heat it generates, no life on our planet would be possible. No life would be possible in our bodies. And the wisdom of our body knows how to regulate the range of temperature, always trying for the perfect equilibrium. Isn't the fire element awesome in its capacity? So for a moment, reflect on the fire element and give it gratitude. And feel it. Feel it with the intensity that you can, outside and inside your body. And now let us reflect on the air element. The air element gave you life as soon as you were disconnected from your mother's umbilical cord. When you took your first breath, maybe with a scream, you started your independent life. And that breath continues until you take your last breath. That's a fact. You can live without food for months. You can live without water for days. You can live without heat for hours. But you can only live without air for minutes. So this is how important, how precious the air element is. And we have a tremendous power with that element. We can regulate our nervous system. We can create heat in our body by bringing the air into our body in a particular way. We can create excitement by breathing air. We can create calmness, a meditative state, and also sleep, depending on how we breathe. We can heal ourselves with the breath. We can support our healing and every state with our breath. And just like the other elements, the air element has been swirling around our planet for billions of years. even so, it was the last element to be created and evolved through the synthesis between the fire element and the water element. And the water element and everything that lives in the water still depends on the air element, the oxygen that is whipped into the water when the air picks up in the storms, in the hurricanes, in the cyclones, and also when the air is just gentle. It always feeds the water as it feeds our body, because even our body is made mainly of water. So the air element that we take into our physical body feeds the water within our body. And the air you and I breathe now has changed only slightly since the first mammals arrived on Earth. The air you inhale at this moment is also ancient. It is renewed and cleansed constantly by the air elementals with the help of the water element and also with the help of the sun. Since the clouds in the sky consist of water vapor and droplets, they are too part of the water element and cleanse the air and revitalize it. So reflect for a moment on the air element. Maybe take a few long breaths with awe and with gratitude for the air element. Give thanks for the gift of air. And how these four elements, the air, the water, the fire, the earth, are in perfect harmony within our bodies as it is on the earth. And take a moment to recognize how you are intrinsically connected to all parts of those four elements within your body that you also experience outside your body, within your daily living environment. All those elements are part of our daily living. And we take those for granted, as we take for granted how our entire physical body is made of those elements. But by becoming more consciously aware of this tremendous gift, maybe you will never take the presence of the four elements for granted again. And the more love and appreciation you feel, the more you will receive in return, which will keep you healthy and in harmony within your body temple. So maybe say loud or silently to yourself, the wisdom and unlimited supply of the air element, the fire element, the earth element, and the water element are around me and within me today and always. I honor and give thanks and gratitude for their life, sustaining and healing energy in my life. And now when you come out of this meditative contemplation that we just did, you will feel a new sense of exuberance and gratitude for your life, including all life on earth, And I suggest that you practice that awareness of your deep connection with the four elements of air, fire, earth, and water. And make a commitment to yourself to become more aware of the gift, the miraculous ability of your body temple to experience your life of every moment. Practice and deepen your connection with the elements your body is made of, because it enhances your ability to directly communicate with your body, which will also boost your life force energy so that you can enjoy your life even more to the fullest.